Hi, welcome to Girl What You Think. This is our third episode for our In Your Feels February edition here at Girl What You Think. I'm Angela. And
I'm Hannah.
This is Hannah. Today we have two special guests here, a couple. My dear friends, Isaiah and Jose. Isaiah took me to prom. Jose is Isaiah's boyfriend. They both go to the University of Riverside. They're both stunning sex symbols and my best friends. Please welcome to the
University
show.
of Riverside.
UCR.
UC Riverside. Yeah, but it's not called the University of Riverside. I was like, what is that?
We're just trying to make it through. UCR. I see left. Okay, if you welcome to the stage, Isaiah and Jose, please.
The whole time you said University of Riverside, me and Jose were like,
is it not University of Riverside?
Thank you.
It's University
of California.
Riverside.
At Riverside. Or in Riverside.
All right,
Same
that's
difference.
the show, everybody. Good night.
I'm dead.
I'm sorry. Girl, I applied to one damn school. I was going to run away to New York. I didn't give a fuck about state schools, California. I didn't care. My counselor was like, here's a school. You look like you have no direction. And I was like, you're right. And so that's what I did. Anyway, University of California, Riverside. Here I am. Hi, Isaiah. Hi, Jose. Introduce yourselves.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. I'm Isaiah.
I'm Jose.
And we're dating. We're dating. We've been dating for 3 years, so it's been quite a journey.
3 long years.
But honestly, we're like this.
Yeah.
And this.
I'd hope so. I hope you guys aren't like this. We're like this right now.
No.
I like this.
No. But yeah, we met at UCR and all that, and we're excited to be a part of the podcast. We always watch, so we're like, oh my God.
Thank you.
What if one day we're on that show? And here we are. We got the invitation.
You did. You got the golden ticket at your front doorstep. The Girl What You Think seal. Okay, so we're going to get into this interview here.
I just want to say a side note. This doesn't have anything to do with you guys, but I've been moving in my thing and you haven't made a comment about my mic popping once. So I'm glad that that's not a thing anymore.
We also have a new addition to the Girl What You Think podcast. Hannah has a new microphone.
Got a new microphone, everyone.
Thank God.
We love it.
We're really being professionals over here. So.
I couldn't stand your last.
It's still down here. Don't talk about her like that.
I'll talk about whoever I want when I want. Sorry. You're right. Is your microphone alive? Is she just like, did you burn her? Where is she?
No, she's still down there. She's where I keep her, but I'm going to tell her.
You can sell her?
I don't know to who.
Offer up.
Yeah. That's what you said too, Angela. Maybe I'll have you just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know a man who can maybe sell something for you.
Okay. Just give me the money. I don't care who has it. Just give me the money.
Okay, I'll give you that. Alrighty. Okay, Isaiah Jose, welcome to the interview. This is your show. This is your time.
Welcome to the interview.
Explain to the viewers, how did your relationship start? How did your relationship start? And then people who are not, sorry, I'm going to cut you off one more time. People who are not watching us on YouTube or listening, could you like explain who you are, how your relationship started, everything, as visual as you can get?
Okay. So it started off, we had done like this early start program for UCR. So it was like Isaiah and I and like 50 other kids-ish. So we were moving into the dorms and we were actually in the same hall. So we had all moved in our stuff and we have a hall meeting, right? So then they're like, okay, give an icebreaker, name, what your major is, and a fun fact. So I remember Isaiah had gone first because we went like clockwise or whatever, or the other way. Mm-hmm. And then his fun fact was, well, he goes, I'm Isaiah. He's standing in the back with like this flower snapback and like.
It was my favorite snapback to wear. And he hated it. To this day, he still mentions that.
It reminds me of Xavier. Xavier's brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he had the he was like, my name's Isaiah, I'm a theater major and I love drag. And then I was like, he's gay.
He said he's gay.
Yeah. Well, it's because it was a big question mark at first because when Jose walked in, he walked in very like not the typical, gay attire. Like I wasn't sure if he was straight, I wasn't sure if he was gay, but I was like, okay, like he's gonna be like one of my roommates. And then he just like started talking about his life at the little meeting, and then I was like, yeah. He's gay. But it was cool. After that, we all got assigned our rooms and everything, and honestly, we just became really good friends at first. Like,
well, he was friends with my roommate more so than me. Like, he would come to my room and I'd be like, hey, Isaiah, but then he'd be talking to him. And they were just, I would join in every now and then, but I had my own separate friends. Like, so I was always out. Like, it was always like, hey, how are you? I remember, I think one time we had actually made plans for lunch, and the next day happened, lunch came around, I had totally forgotten. I see him later at like 8 p.m. in the halls, and he's like, thanks for lunch today. And
yeah,
I'm
he
like,
stood me up. He straight up stood me up.
I was like, oh my God, we had lunch plans, huh?
Yeah, I was in the dining hall. It was fried chicken night too, I think. And I was super excited because that's the best night to go to the dining hall. It's just so good. And it's fine though. But honestly, then
There's
like
your romance thrown in the trash.
But honestly, then it wasn't like, it was strictly platonic. It was just like a time to hang out. But
after
still,
that, I felt like I needed to hang out with Isaiah because I did flake on him, and he seemed like a great person. So we started hanging out more because he had another one of my friends in one of his English classes. So they would study together, and I would just kind of tag along. And then we just became really good friends. I only ever saw him like my
So when did this escalate to being good friends to making the first move? How did you know that? Because it sounds like you guys didn't really like each other. Like, it's not like you were like, that's love at first sight type of thing.
No, and it wasn't. And it's weird because like in all my previous relationships, I went like head on, like it's about the romance, it's about the love. But this one was strictly like besties, like for life type of thing.
Yeah, like I remember introducing Isaiah, like, this is my best friend, Isaiah.
Oh, so you were best friends?
Yeah, we got really
college best friends,
yeah.
But honestly,
Angela's like, me and Hannah.
So you were best friends?
But honestly, I feel like, okay, at the same time that we were friends, I was also his little plug in college, like for reference. So we would hang out, go to the train tracks because we couldn't do our business inside the dorm halls because, all that stuff. And then I think through that, like that's when we started to get more like one-on-one time. Because before when we would hang out, it'd be like, yeah, me and Jose, but also like his friend or my friend and stuff. So like
when you start dating your plug.
Isn't that something on
Twitter?
What it was like. Exactly. But yeah, so we started doing that, and that gave us a lot more one-on-one time. And honestly, I feel like that's when I started to develop a crush. But Jose still wasn't. So then it started like
cool,
shifting this way. And so like honestly, one night we were just
in my dorm. Actually, we were laying down, both of us squeezed like in our twin XL,
our legs pretzeled together. Just
honestly, basically.
And then we were watching Sing on my phone, and I turned to Isaiah.
I love that movie.
Sing.
Great movie, phenomenal.
My singing teacher was one of the what is it?
Really?
The characters.
Because
not like a main one. He, like
I know. It's like
Shakira no. Like like the what was he? Like I think he was a camel. Like in the auditions, he just like sang one long note, and it was like an opera note. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that was Todd.
That's cool.
God.
Yeah,
Wow.
That's one of our singing coaches at Laverne.
He's the coolest guy I know.
He was singing. We were kissing.
Yeah.
Todd, bringing people together.
That's fucking hot. That's sexy.
But yeah. Well then, but it was awkward after that because we kissed and we both were kind of like, well, he was more like, what just happened? Like the next day, he
wait, who kissed who first? I forgot.
I kissed Jose like during the movie because we were all snuggled up, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna kiss him, and I did.
It was like an uncontrollable urge of like, I have butterflies, like I need to kiss him, or was it kind of just like,
yeah.
Okay, but Jose was like,
For me, I was kind of like, oh my god, I
Free
haven't
weed
seen
for
someone in
life.
so long. It's been months. Am I doing okay? Is this like, am I doing it right?
For Jose, it was practice. And for me, it was like,
Not practice.
I'm in love.
Practice.
But yeah, and then the next day, I remember I was like, because I ended up spending the night, I think. And then I woke up, he woke up, and I was like, okay, well, I have class, so I'm going to go. And then I went to my dorm, and then I was getting ready. And then usually we would text like all day, like literally every minute of the day. And I was like, okay, he hasn't texted me. Like he hasn't asked to hang out. Like it was just really awkward.
Before you went home, though, I got a text.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it was like, he left like 30 minutes later. I got a text saying, like, in case you didn't know, like, I like you. And I just wanted
If
to
the
let you
kiss
know. Like,
didn't,
yeah,
if the kiss
reveal
didn't symbolize anything.
Like, and then I totally ignored that, and I just texted him later, like, "Do you want to get lunch?"
Yeah, after not replying, he didn't reply to that, and then he didn't reply for a while, and then that's when he was like, "Do you just want to go get food or something?" And so then there was like this ambiguity, like of like what was going on.
Yeah, because I didn't want to stop hanging out with him, but I also didn't know if like a relationship is what I had wanted at the time.
Yeah.
Like, I was just so like, I'm starting school, like I just got here. I don't know.
I want to live college years to the fullest.
Yeah. But then I was like, honestly, Isaiah has not given me any reason not to like kind of fall into this with him. And like, he's such a great person. And I don't know, the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I think I kind of like him too. Like,
yeah,
did I feel like this before? Like, I don't know what's going on right now.
Yeah. So we just kept hanging out. Like we would still like flirt, like hold hands and stuff, like kiss occasionally, but there was like no title for a while. And then the early start program ended, and then there was like a little break in between for the regular school year to start. And so like once the regular school year like began to start, I feel like that's when things like progressed to like a relationship level. And that's kind of when we like chose a date, made it official, and like we're like, okay, we're dating now.
So what's your date? Who made it official? Did you one person asked like, will you be my boyfriend?
Our roommate he made it official.
Yeah, he was like, so what's up with you guys?
Yeah, he basically put us like in a corner and was like, what's going on here? Like, are you guys dating?
Are you guys clearly showing all the signs of a relationship, but there has been no like words at all about it confirming.
Yeah, and then we were just talking about it, and we're like, yeah, we would like to date.
That's so weird how other people see. I was talking about that in the other podcast about double dates and people judging your relationship and like people feeling so entitled to be like, what are you? Because I don't like why.
What do we label you?
Why are you holding hands and why have you told everyone on Facebook that you're together?
Yeah,
that's so
but at the same time, I would like talk to this roommate when Jose wasn't around and be like, oh, I'd like want to date him and stuff. So, like he knew my intentions were to date him. So I feel like he kind of just wanted like to put it in motion for us, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it was an interesting day. But September 27th, that's our date. 2017. Fresh 18-year-olds out in the world. And now we're 22. We turned 22 this month.
Baby girl now.
Oh, yeah. Cherry. We do. We have a dog. Her name's Cherry.
She looks like a Dalmatian. She's very cute. If you guys want to send a picture in, we'll put a picture of her in here.
Okay. Yeah.
For the podcast YouTube channel.
But no, yeah, that's basically how our relationship started. And like now we're here. Yeah. Moved in together. Living our life.
Well,
doing the thing.
You live together. You're in a house together now. It's been 3 years. And so this other couple we talked to, they're together for 5 years, and they really enjoyed the time apart that they had. They said the way that they have kept themselves healthy is like, oh, we take a week. Like I enjoy the week apart that we have, and then we can come together and then like kind of rekindle. You two are together every second, every day.
Yeah.
Years and years. How do you keep that spark alive, and how do you deal with it?
He's lying.
What's the spark?
Well, for sure, there was one rule we established early on is that we will not work together.
Yeah.
Our work environments are two separate environments. Like it just won't happen. No matter how much like, oh, my job's hiring, come through. Like no.
Yeah, there's been definitely a lot of moments where we could have worked together, and then we're just like, you know what? No, we do need that space. And we've also established time for our friendships too. We're like, okay, sometimes we need to hang out with our friends, like just alone, because it is such a different dynamic when you live together, because like we're literally with each other 24/7. So it's like, I don't know, like me and Jose were talking about it. It's like we do have dates, but we don't like label them as dates because it's like every day to us. Like we will go out to eat and stuff, or we will go out to like do certain events that like are obviously date worthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But in our minds, it's not like, oh my God, I'm on a date right now. It's very like, Isaiah's paying for my food right now. He's paying. It's 50-50.
It's our relationship 50-50. But honestly, we just do. I think Cherry also helps a lot, like bringing the spark alive, because there's something to like.
There's a different dynamic seeing someone that you love like care for something. It adds like a level of like almost like sexiness even. You know, like you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, I get you when you like see, because you envision like your child, or you envision
like
how he treats other people.
A baby or something. You're like, damn.
Yeah.
And we take showers together. You know, we spice it up. We keep it like romantic as possible.
Yeah, definitely.
So speaking about romance, we wanted to.
Your face. You were just like.
I was born this way. I was born with crooked eyes. Okay.
No.
I do have a resting bitch face, though. I think I'm like. I'm actually very intrigued. I'm just relaxed.
We all do.
When you do a podcast once a week, honey, it's just, let's get the show going. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Whoops. Just move my whole ass.
I'm a little nervous for this next question, I think, and I'm deflecting.
The question is it?
But we're gonna move in to sex, okay? We have like never really talked about sex on the podcast before. We've hinted at it, but I think. What?
Sex virgins on this podcast.
Yeah, we're sex virgins here.
Well, let's pop it. Let's pop the cherry.
Let's pop these cherries. Okay, any employers watching at this point, please log off. We are respectable. We want to keep your company with a good image, and this is not Angela Romo speaking. So, Isaiah, Jose, what's your craziest sex story?
Well, there's definitely a few. I feel like there's a long list.
Well, you could talk about your first time. You could talk about maybe not super details, but maybe the craziest place.
Well, honestly, living in the dorms is very hard, especially because we lived in like the most social of the dorms, like the rooms right next to each other. Like
wall was paper thin. I could hear rooms 4 doors down. Like,
oh, so you hear other people a lot.
Oh yeah, but honestly, we just had to like make do, because some dorms had like private bathrooms, but we didn't have that luxury. So honestly, I feel like we would wait till like, you know,
shower like at 3 a.m.
3 a.m. We'd take a shower together in the dorm ones, and that's when we had like the most privacy and the most security. And so that's, I feel like, when we would like get it on the most, like in the dorm life aspect. I mean, other than that,
and now with married life,
drive-in.
I know. Wait,
so we go out now.
Now we go out.
Kidding.
Oh,
we find that through other places.
I'm dead.
Why would that be a joke? I feel like that's something I would do. Be like, hey babe, let's go to Jack.
I mean, it's not ruled out.
Huh?
You said you would go to Jack in the Box?
No, that was just like an idea of like keeping the spark alive, and you know, you're just driving down the road. No, I don't know. I don't want anyone who I'm possibly dating to listen to this and be like, oh my god, what a war.
No, other than that, like cars were always very convenient to use as well. I mean, one time we were trying to get it on in the car, and this group, we low-key got caught up. It was all bad. We're just like in our own little world in the car, Titanic, steaming it up or whatever. And then like this group of like college kids walks by and they're just like they bang on the windows. And me and Jose were like,
and they ran.
And they ran, yeah. Like
what
ding dong
kind of intercourse was this?
This was just oral.
Some oral.
And they knocked on your door? Were you totally visible?
Yeah, they knocked on our window and they ran.
We didn't think we were visible.
The was like a little more tinted, I guess. Guess not.
Shame on us.
And it was dark outside, or was it midday? Pick me up before class?
Yeah, it was like the sun was shining.
Yeah.
The birds were chirping. No, yeah, I guess we could have been smarter about it, but I just remember it was just so like
we were like, what, to us? Like, what just happened? Like,
and they ran. They totally just wanted to like kill our vibes, but like,
but it didn't work.
I would never do that.
I hope not.
Hannah, would you ever stop someone from making love?
Oh.
Would you watch?
I would
absolutely not.
I'd be too scared.
No, I wouldn't
to approach
watch.
the
I
window.
just let them do their own. That's their business. They can do whatever they want. It's their car.
Midday?
I'm not gonna.
Midday McDonald's parking lot?
You're walking out with your family. Oh, don't look at that car.
What is
Just
up with me in
continue
fast
walking.
food places? I think
I
I
don't
have a desire for like some
That's your little kink.
cheeseburgers. I've been maybe because I went through that McDonald's drive-through that one time on that date. That's from the first episode.
Oh yeah.
The worst date I ever went on. Well, crazy.
Yeah. I mean, now we live together, so we have our privacy and stuff here. Mm-hmm. So we don't really do that public stuff as much anymore because, like,
because there's no need to.
We have the resources now to just like chill on our own. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that brings us to kind of the midpoint of this podcast. We're going to take a moment for our sponsor. What You Think is sponsored by Redlands Vinyl and Collectibles. Redlands Vinyl is filled with a large variety of vinyl albums, CDs, and DVDs. They're also fully stocked with skateboards, movie posters, custom postcards, coffee, or any collectible item available. There are 2 vinyl and collectible shops available. One is located in Redlands at the corner of 6th and Redlands Boulevard. The other is in fabulous Palm Springs near the cross streets of Andreas Road and Palm Canyon Drive. If you're interested in starting your own vinyl collection like me or Hannah, or are interested in anything pop culture, this is the place for you. I'm a vinyl collector and I highly recommend Redlands and Palm Springs Vinyl and Collectibles. You can order your items online at thevinylpharmacy.com, where they have nearly 10,000 collectibles and counting. So don't miss your chance to check out Redlands or Palm Springs Vinyl and Collectibles online or in person as soon as you can. I love it, and you will too. And we're back. Thank you to our sponsor. Let's get back into it. So, Isaiah, Jose, our next question is, as you know, you are a gay couple in this world today.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So, can you confirm? So, what is it like in public as a gay couple, and what are the judgments that you may face on maybe your appearance or what people have said or how that's been with your home life? And what advice would you have for other people who are in your shoes?
Honestly, from the moment like we started dating and we would hold hands, we would always describe ourselves as like a walking fishbowl, like literally an aquarium, because eyes turn like the second, because we always see people doing like double takes, because like it's normal to see like a straight couple holding hands, but sometimes when you see 2 guys holding hands and like you're not used to it, people are like,
and then
they'll
be like, oh.
Yeah. But at the same time, I feel like people who are our age kind of like romanticize the idea. Like they'll be like, oh my god, you guys are so cute, like you guys are the perfect couple, like really not knowing like the nitty-gritty of us or anything. And then you have the other extreme where it's like, older people who will like kind of give us like dirty
Kinda look at
looks
us.
and like stuff. Especially when we go to Disneyland. Like there's always those old middle-aged women who like kind of like give us hella dirty looks in line and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Well, one time we went to this place in Riverside to like pick up or whatever. And at the time we didn't have cars, so we would always like wait for our Ubers and stuff. So one time we were waiting for this gas station for our Uber, like holding hands. And this like,
Oh, so I think Isaiah and I had kissed, and then someone pulled up. We were like at the intersection. He pulls up and he's like, "Damn, do y'all fuck each other too?"
yeah, he like literally pulled over his car and like rolled down his window.
And then he like gave like a disgusted look, and Isaiah was like, "Yeah."
He asked me a question. He was like, "Do y'all fuck too?" And it's like, yeah, like
And then
what do
he
you
was like, disgusting. So he made a right, and then while we were crossing the other way to the gas station across the street, comes back, pulls into the gas station, and he just starts. I honestly, I was so scared. I don't even remember what he was like.
he just starts yelling
us.
at us. He said, "Do y'all like Blackwoods or something?" But like
Oh, yeah.
referring to like a dick instead.
Yeah.
Like he was just saying like weird, gross things. Like he was so bothered by us for some reason.
Yeah, like he was waiting outside. So we walked inside the gas station because I wanted to leave. He was in his car, and then our Uber was there. So I was like, okay, Isaiah, we have to leave, but we have to like run to the Uber because he was still outside waiting. And he like followed the Uber for like a block or two, and then we saw him like make a left somewhere. But like he was still right behind our car.
He was like
and
waiting
like,
for us. It was really scary, honestly. That's probably one of the
Mhm.
scariest things.
Yeah,
to
that was for
happen.
sure. Like I've never experienced that. Or I thought was the closest. Like, cause you hear stories all the time about on the news. Like I remember one time when I was a kid, I heard a story about like a gay couple getting like stabbed, just leaving a nightclub or something. So like that, I don't know. Immediately, I was like, oh my gosh, like this guy's gonna follow me. He probably has a gun. Like I didn't even like. I just kissed Isaiah. You know, like that's all I did. I'm sorry.
It was just crazy. But honestly, I feel like that experience made us like more aware of like our surroundings and stuff and more like
Not everyone's gonna be okay with it. Just because usually before that we were always on the college campus holding hands, and college student like no one really. It's like it's such a diverse campus. It's not really no one bats an eye towards it.
Mhm.
So like that was our first time kind of leaving, or one of our first times leaving the campus and experiencing that right away. It was like, oh shit, like this is the real world. Like it's not just a dream that we live in on college. Like,
Mhm.
yeah.
So- oh.
But now I feel like now we have like this confidence in our relationship where like we really don't care like what other people's judgments are. Like now it's a lot easier to tune those people out and to like
yeah, definitely.
not even see them in a peripheral anymore. And yeah, honestly, the best advice for like those kinds of things I would say is just to like
It's maybe impossible, but try to tune it out as much as you can because at the end of the day, like you're gonna vibe. I went home that day and I kissed Isaiah again and I was happy. You know what I mean? Like, and that
Yeah.
guy was just another soul living his life somewhere else. Like, and I don't care for that. Like, so it's just best to just tune out that negativity before, just because you have to be aware. Like, people are not going to react positively sometimes. Like, so kind of like know what you're getting into.
yeah. And then you were saying about like how the dynamic changes, right? Like as a
Yeah.
gay couple compared to a straight couple. Well, like another aspect I feel that's like kind of really difficult to manage is like meeting each other's families and stuff because it's so different from like a straight couple like introducing like your girlfriend or your boyfriend if like you're straight and stuff. Because honestly, even nowadays, like all my family knows like I'm gay, but I'll still have some aunts ask me like, oh, do you have a girlfriend? Or like, oh, when are you bringing like a girl home or something, you know, like knowing I'm gay. Like I don't know why they have the audacity to ask that. So like it's so different introducing like your loved ones to like your boyfriend and stuff. There's just a lot more pressure and a lot more like anxiety with that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But honestly, Jose's family, at least his immediate family, because that's like the people we know the most of each other's families, like the immediate ones.
Immediate, like siblings, parents, and then anyone like dating the sibling.
Yeah, but they're all like honestly super supportive. It was definitely like a build up, like before the meet, we have to like address the issue first. Like, okay, just to let you know, I'm dating a guy. And then that's like step one. And then step two is like, okay, I'm bringing the guy over. Like, it's just like a huge like adjustment, and the family just needs to like learn how to adapt to it, I suppose. But honestly, it's been really good. Like even his little brother, like he introduced his brother to like the whole idea of sexuality and like what it means and stuff. And now his brother like begs to come over and stuff and like loves to hang out with us and have fun, you know. So it's like I think it's just a learning process
And like
more
now
than
all my
anything.
parents like ask for Isaiah too. Like they're like, how is he? Like they're a lot more like okay with it now.
Were they not
Yeah.
before?
They were, it took some adjusting. Like it's not that they weren't okay with it at all. They knew, but they were just kind of like, okay, just give us a minute to kind of digest it, like just for us, you know, like
Mhm.
not even because it's just new, you know.
And how
they're
does
so
that make you
traditional, like
feel? Do you feel any type of resentment, or do you understand? How do you really feel
uh
about like, why do I have to go through that? And why can't I
um
just like, why do you have to digest anything for me because I love who I love? Do you
yeah.
feel any way like that ever?
I guess at the time I was a little bit, I mean, well, because they're very traditional. So I was never really like, I knew like I wasn't gonna wake up, and it's not like a switch, you know, it's gradual. So like
Mhm.
I understood, like I guess at first I was a little hurt, but I wasn't like, I was understanding towards it because I'm like, okay, this is something completely new. No one in my family has ever introduced them to this. I am the first person to do so.
Mhm.
So, but like it, I'm so shocked at how I thought it was gonna take longer. I'm shocked at how quick they were quickly like, and how is he? So who is he? Like they were more interested in like, okay, this is our son, we love him. Let's get to know this person because we're obviously gonna see him. Like, and we can't invite me without him now, you know. So like they always now they extend the invitation. It's great
Mhm.
now, but at first it was a bit of a transition. But like I said, I was just shocked at how fast they were able to like get around that.
Yeah. It's
Mhm.
honestly really weird too. And like even with my dad, because Angela knows my dad's like not the most super accepting about being gay and stuff. But like it was interesting because for a couple months, like during the summers, me and Jose, we usually end up moving back to Ontario, our hometown, well, my hometown, because like we're in the process of like moving houses and stuff.
Mhm.
Um, and I remember the first time I was like kind of asking for Jose to stay, it was like kind of weird. Like my dad would get awkward, like when Jose would go downstairs in the
Yeah, I
kitchen and stuff. Like,
hated like even leaving the room because like then I knew it was like a like so I would have to see someone, you know, so I would
Yeah.
invest in the room type thing.
yeah. But I mean, eventually, like he just started getting used to it. I wouldn't say so far as to accepting about it, but like maybe
He's polite.
tolerant about it.
He's
Like
been
he's
really
more
polite with
polite.
me. Yeah, like it's not rude at all or anything per se. Like for like Christmas and New Year's, I got like a New Year's hug or whatever. It's nice. Like,
The
Mhm.
but
bare minimum.
yeah,
But
He looked at me and it was
yeah.
nice.
yeah.
He didn't yell. Well,
No, but
how much has your culture impacted you coming out? Would you say that that
well,
was a major influence too? Because I know that you have a like big religious background, at least Isaiah.
Yeah.
mhm,
I don't
I
know
would say
about.
that it did impact me a lot because like even now, like a lot of my extended family knows I'm gay, but they know because my dad told them. I haven't like specifically been like, hello everyone, I'm gay. Like, you
Mhm.
know, so and because they're all super, super Catholic and like I grew up and everyone was like crazy homophobic. Like I grew up around all those comments. And my dad actually, when I came out to my dad, that's when he actually had to like this he didn't let me know because I told him not to tell them, but he went and told them anyways, and he was like, "Listen, like he expressed to me that he's heard everyone say something homophobic, including myself. He's my son. We already dealt with that, but with everyone else, like if there is a problem, just know like I like he will leave too. Like he's on mine, and like he's really supportive of that. So, but yeah, culture did have a lot of influence because it's a lot. It's not
Mhm.
common, you
you know,
know.
machismo is very like
Yeah.
strong in Hispanic culture.
And I feel like especially being two men, our culture is really focused on like gender roles and like the woman does this, the man does that. Now with us, it's like they look at us and they see a big question mark and it's like, well, who's who? And it's
Mhm.
like, no, it's not like that. Like it's not
Yeah.
who's who. It's we both do what we know. Like, we just communicate all that.
Also, that's the worst question ever to any of the viewers listening. if you ask a gay couple, like, who's the girl and who's the guy, please just reevaluate that question, because that's honestly the most annoying question to get. Because honestly, there's no answer like that. Like, we're both guys. People are trying to like put us in this little bucket. It's just like,
you didn't know.
But yeah. But honestly, I feel like that does have a lot of influence, especially my dad being super religious and stuff. But I was lucky enough to have like super supportive siblings. Like my siblings, we're all super close. They're all super like progressive and like liberal. Like I have a lot of gay people in my family too. Like my brother is trans, and so like he has a whole other like journey that he's going on. And it was nice to have like, someone to recognize the same battles or similar battles that we're going through and stuff. So I feel like my siblings are super accepting of Jose. Like they look at him like a brother, honestly.
From the start, which is really, really like, it made me a lot more like to ease into things easier, because I was really nervous to meet his siblings just because there's 3 of them, and from what he told me, ginormous personalities on all of them. So I was kind of a little nervous, but they were all so welcoming and so sweet and like just clicked.
Yeah. I mean, the people who are so like really important to us, like in our family structures and stuff, like we have their support, and that's all that matters. So like the extended family who we don't have that support from, it's like we don't really bat an eye over it, but because we already like solidified like such a strong foundation for us and stuff.
Yeah. Nowadays, you don't ever see extended family.
Yeah.
It's just like
exactly
what it is. Maybe they'll like a Facebook post every 5 years. Well, our next question is
ask it.
The question is, what advice would you have for going through a rough patch? What's your communication go-to?
It just depends, because everyone has like a different personality. Like everyone's like the way they accept things, it's so different. Like sometimes when me and Jose like are going through like a rough like little time in our lives, or like we're arguing and stuff, like Jose's the type of person who needs to like take a step back, like walk away, cool down, and other people are like, no, we need to like settle this now. Like if
we're not leaving the room until this is settled. And I'm very like, you need to give me space, because I just don't want to, I just need to think. I need to simmer down for myself.
Because you're Pisces.
I get too flustered. Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like I'm right in the middle of that. So like we just have to like deal with like how we communicate. Honestly, our communication, I would say, has been one of the things that we've worked on the most.
Yeah.
Because it is such like,
it's very like he said. So we're like, no, you said this, no, you said this, but we just weren't listening to each other really, like.
Yeah. But it's hard sometimes.
Brene Brown says you need to tell each other the story of what you think the other person is saying, and then the other person says their story, and you may find out it's completely different in the miscommunications, and you're like, oh,
and that's exactly what happens.
Or your own insecurities are like, I feel like you're telling yourself a story of, oh, I'm not like attractive to you anymore or something. But the reality is the other person's really stressed about something that's completely unrelated, or they think that they're not good enough. And if you just come forward and communicate, it's sometimes blinding. You don't even know that that's really the issue, but it takes a lot of courage, a lot of self-awareness to be able to communicate your true feelings and the stories that you're telling yourself about one another and your own insecurities. Yeah. At least that's what I've learned in my not relationships, but searching on how to be in a relationship.
And honestly, the only difficult part about sitting down and doing that is the fact that you have to make yourself vulnerable. And that's like a big no, go.
And that you need to be like listening, but also doing. Like you can't he could tell me to like do laundry 1,000 times, but like if I don't do laundry, it's like I could say everything that he wants to hear, but if he doesn't change or we don't change, like then
you need the action.
Kind of pointless. Yeah. Yeah, you need the action after the communication.
Yeah,
that's what's important too.
Hannah, do you want to ask our big question that we have?
Which one?
Whichever one you want to ask.
That is multiple.
Well, we didn't ask another one that I think would be good.
Okay. Do you want to
I'll
ask
ask that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, where do you see your future together?
Well, after college, post-college, I want to move back to LA. Isaiah really, really, really wants to go to New York. He wants to pursue Broadway, but I don't know if I'm a hustle and bustle kind of girl. I like the LA sun. I like the SoCal vibes.
Yeah, you're gonna be hustling and bustling on some snow.
Yeah.
The bagel.
It's been the biggest question mark right now, especially because we are at the end of our college journey, you know, so like we've been thinking about it a lot and like what's gonna happen. And I think right now we're just like taking things one step at a time because we both have two very different goals. And we knew that like getting into the relationship, you know, because we were best friends, you know, we would tell each other like our goals and stuff. And so like right now we're just kind of like figuring out the best path for us in that sense. But I definitely want to go to New York. Like that's my dream.
And like I am a huge supporter. Like from the start when Isaiah told me I want to be an actor, I'm like, do it. Like I totally believe in you. So like if you want to go to New York, I'm not gonna be one to be like, wait, no. But I also
what would you plan on doing? Would you make the compromise of moving out there, or would you try long distance, or what do you
I told Isaiah that I would only move out there if he had a job already bagged. But if he's gonna go out there and job, like we can't both be job hunting. Like he needs to be stable enough, like for me to go out there and like look for myself. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I just wouldn't. It's because it's so expensive out there too. Like it's really different.
And that's fair.
All change. Like we'd be leaving everything and everyone. Like so, I feel like all that at once would be like if we want to do it, he would need to go first, and then I would make my way there eventually if possible. If not. Or I don't know if he'd come back.
But yes, I would. But honestly, I can't hold him like accountable for that. You know, like I can't force him to go with me and stuff. And like I respect like whatever outcome comes about and stuff. But I think for the most part, like for the immediate future, I think we're both planning to just like move to LA because it's closer to his family. And for me, at least at this point, I just need like a city. I just need like the city life, like a big city and stuff. So I think right now going to LA for like a couple years just to build a resume and stuff would be our best option. And then that's when we would tackle like our plans, like heading to New York and stuff. But we'll see what the future holds. Yeah, I'm super excited.
Well, I hope it's you two together.
Yeah,
I hope that you're able to reach a compromise because that's so hard. Because dreams may collide.
I am no one to stop in anyone's dreams. Like Isaiah, I want him to pursue it 100%. I want to see his name in lights. You know, like that would make seeing him happy would make me the happiest. So I don't think I could do anything to get in the way of that.
It's a journey.
That's true love, letting your partner be themselves and do what they have to do. Hopefully it's together. That's what everybody wants.
Yeah.
All the dreams to come true, but sometimes you never know. Compromises, life.
Yeah.
Is wild.
Yeah, it's all about compromise.
So we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
All that jazz. Where you came from? Mississippi. What side does it go?
Yes. For the gun?
Oh yes.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Okay. I'm gonna be a star. How's it go? I forgot the lyrics.
That was every single word.
Anyway. Our last final question on Girl What You Think here today. Isaiah, Jose, you guys watch the show occasionally. You know me more than anybody knows me. Hannah, you guys just met Hannah. Hannah's a great girl, great woman, smart, beautiful. Do you think that we'd be good girlfriends?
I do.
What are
I think
roast us? Be like, yeah, you need to.
We want your honest opinion.
I think the only problem you two would have
is my IBS.
Is exactly. No, I would say
stand with IBS survivors. I'm just kidding. I don't have IBS. I thought I did earlier though. Please.
Don't lie.
I said we're gonna have to pause the recording. I need to go to the bathroom. Why is it spicy?
We're gonna take a quick commercial break.
Yeah, we don't even have a sponsor. We need to talk to our sponsor. Yeah, our sponsor is just my IBS condition.
No. Honestly, I think the biggest problem that would conflict with you guys.
Okay, honestly, your biggest fault. I'm scared. This is I'm
Just
nervous.
to clear the air.
I can't handle truth.
I feel like you guys are both very independent, and so that like I feel like just that independency in itself would like make you guys have like different goals and make you guys want to do your own thing. It's very hard to put two independent people together because then there's like the idea of like, who do I put first, myself or my partner, when you have to like find a balance. Just finding the balance to that is hard, but I think you guys can manage it. I just think it would be like one of the obstacles and conflicts to build on, you know. What would you say, Jose? Would they be a
say
good
the
fit?
exact same thing. I wouldn't change a thing.
I feel like that's true. This sounds mean, but like I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do, and if you don't want to do it, then get away. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I respect like what you guys. I mean, I guess that's too because I don't have somebody else to be like, oh, I have to think about them. And maybe, I mean, if I did, like, I would think about them, but also I'd be like, no, I'm trying to do this. Like,
yeah.
And
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, a relationship with though. Sometimes you got to find a really good partner. I feel like it takes a really. Have you ever had a dream where you have it with the shikabop? Girl, what you think? What you think? What I was gonna say is it takes a really good, strong partner to handle an independent person and be able to, like Jose saying, you have your dreams, I support your dreams. Sometimes, and usually like machismo straight men are like, well, once you get pregnant, you have to be a mother.
Yeah.
You have to do these things. Or
kids' dreams type of thing.
Right. So they'll support you to an extent. And then if your support maybe get too much, you're working more than them, whatever the dynamic is, they're going to say that they're cool with it all they want. But until it's their reality, it's really hard to tell if you're going to have a partner who really has your back. And I think that's for everything.
Yeah, definitely.
This doesn't really have anything to do with us being good girlfriends, because I think I would support my partner in any way. But that's definitely a good input there.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? Do you think you guys would be good girlfriends?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of.
You feel like what?
Well, if I'm truthfully analyzing myself, I noticed I'm like a little bit of toxic traits in me that I noticed. Huh? Kinky?
Too kinky.
I'm too kinky.
What do you mean toxic trait?
I'm like, sometimes I listen. It's like what it takes to love somebody is something that I've always struggled with trying to define. So like, I'm listening to some music and they say, walk him like a dog. Or it's like,
that should have been your senior quote.
My senior quote was fart.
Fart.
I'm a dork. I don't think I can honestly say if I would be a good girlfriend or not. That's all I gotta say. It's because I noticed that I can be a little jealous. I can be a little needy. I think I'm very independent, but I also am like, I expect a lot.
But I also think like all those qualities are healthy as well, like at a certain level, you know, like it's okay to have like those different emotions and stuff, as long as it's not like, you know, overbearing,
like abusive.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'll be jealous. And like some people are like, that's toxic.
Like jealous of, but like you're not going to be jealous if your boyfriend has a friend that's a girl. unless
No.
you are. Then I don't like
Unless
to
you
me
are.
that
Unless you're a fucking dumbass B.
to me that's like what would you be jealous of? Like him spending more time with her than you? Yeah, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, who is this?
I would be,
You know, like
I'm insecure. I have insecure moments. I think everyone's insecure. We're like, oh my God, he probably thinks like she has a nice body.
Remember when you?
what if he does?
Wait, what, Isaiah?
He's not.
I would say side story. I don't know if you ever spoke about it on your podcast. I remember one time Angela called our teacher insecure. But it's because she was. But I remember like you could hear a pin drop because Angela was like, well, maybe that just means you're insecure. And then everyone was like,
I got in a lot of trouble. She hated me.
She was so insecure.
Yeah, okay. Two little kids were in the back of the class. It was Isaiah and some other girl. They were joking and about something totally separate. And she was like, you guys, I know you're talking about me. And she was
She was like, yeah, she was it.
She was an insecure woman. She was mean. I don't know.
Like, I know you guys are laughing about me, and we totally weren't laughing about her. And then Angela was like, "Well, maybe that just shows you're a little insecure." And like we were middle schoolers, so some people didn't even know what the word insecure meant. So
no, I said I got Webster's dictionary right here, and your face is right insecure.
Yeah,
so
honestly, that was so iconic.
It was not my business. She wasn't even yelling at me. I was on the other side of the class.
You would be good on untucked.
The classroom and said, you know what?
I know. I knocked on the door. I have a paper from the office. Hi. The principal wanted to give me. I don't know. I don't. I was really setting a whole scene. Exterior. Elementary school. Night. Anyway.
We're talking about jealousy.
This is why I'm not a good girlfriend, because I'm weird.
No.
Okay.
You guys would be perfect girlfriends. You guys are fine.
Yeah, that's the answer we want. We're like, go ahead, lay it on us. But don't. All right, our last one. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Damn, Angela.
That's my Alaska Thunderfuck. Sorry. Why are you doing that?
I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like you're basically my girlfriend now. You know?
You always bring it back to that, Hannah.
You bring it back to that. Because I said that you asked me, does it feel good to, what did you say? You were like, does that feel good? To, like,
Hannah.
To have somebody call you like girlfriend or something? Or what did you say?
Yeah, I said like, I want.
And I was like, from you, no. Remember I said that?
Yeah, I remember.
You said
just like
that's so shady.
I just said, wait, what?
Well, okay. I was just like, you said something like, oh,
like if we were dating something.
What I meant by if someone calling you a girlfriend, like I was imagining someone you have a crush on being like, you're my girlfriend. That's
right. Like, and then you were like, does that feel good? And I was like, not from you. Because
what does that have to do with anything? Are you just trying to make me feel bad?
Because I said you're basically my girlfriend now, and you were like, you always bring it back to how I'm your girlfriend. And I'm like,
I see. But when we
anyway,
what it takes to be in a relationship, me and Hannah do a lot of those things. Text each other, form a business.
I love that.
Small business.
That's it, I guess.
Well, are you saying that would make us good girlfriends because we have?
Well, like if I was not straight and you weren't straight, I feel like we would be dating, and I wouldn't be like,
not straight.
Maybe I want to break up with her. You know,
you guys are already getting a divorce.
I see what you mean when analyzing
If I was a boy, would you date me? Like if I was exactly the same, but I had a penis. And like looked a little more manly.
Yeah.
Like if I look like my brother.
That's a big question.
Why'd you hesitate, Angela?
That's a big question.
You're the one that told me my brother was cute.
Your 6-year-old brother?
He's 11.
He's a baby.
Yeah, but you said when he's older. You were like, when he's older, he's gonna be cute. So if he's my age.
To say. It's not like I'm looking to date. It's not some Twilight. What is the thing? Jacob with the
kid, their kid. Ooh.
Yeah, I imprinted on
Hunter.
No. I'm honestly, I don't know. This is a big, I feel like we've been talking for so long. This is a big thing for me. I don't know. Hannah, I think you'd be a great girlfriend.
Thanks. I think you would be too.
To your head.
I think you'd be a fabulous girlfriend.
I think you would too.
I know, but I don't know if I believe that in myself, and maybe that makes me not a good. I don't know. I'm not even trying to fish for compliments. I notice like.
Fake it till you make it. No, I understand.
It needs to be the right person. I guess fake it till you make it. I just don't want to hurt anybody or be trapped. I don't know. This is like a whole nother episode.
No. Because cycles happen.
Soul cycle. Why? So that's why. Why do you think we're single? That's our shot out of the cannon. We just like to make people feel bad on this podcast. Why do you think we are single?
You guys play too hard to get.
I know. I remember when you were texting me trying to take me out, and I was like,
I know. You kept saying that.
And you were like, he's like my plug. I don't really like him. And I was like, you're gonna have to get me, baby. I'm hard to get. Do you think I don't play hard to get. I'm actually very easy to get.
You heard that, viewers?
I feel like no one tries to get me, so I can't really play hard to get.
The people who have tried to
get me.
I've shown no attention to. Maybe that's what it is.
I was playing hard to get. You kept texting me. Where are you? I miss you.
You're like, I'm at the dining hall. It's fried chicken night. You said, fuck you. Fuck your chicken. Meet me in my twin bed at 12.
You are a good listener.
You should have a podcast.
Yeah. I told you if it wasn't for my IBS, I'd be married.
Honestly.
That's what makes a bad girlfriend is your IBS.
I think I'm too.
Well, do you guys feel like the quarantines made it even harder to get out of like the single life?
Oh no, Angela could still pull, baby.
I've had no trouble. Yeah.
Well, not really. What are you talking about?
Well, I don't know. Like
dating now in the pandemic must be so different than because before you could hit up someone, hey, let's go to the movies. Hey, let's go to Starbucks and chill and have coffee. Now it's like, I don't know. Also, like,
hey, do you want to sit 6 feet away from me and put your mask on so I don't even know what you look like?
This pandemic's taking catfishing to another level.
Well, maybe that makes.
I'm not looking to date.
I'm not either.
That's why we're single.
That's why we're there. We full circle.
I feel like because things a lot of things will change in the next couple of months for me personally. One time I did this and my mom said, don't do that. But a lot of things are gonna change for me personally, and one of the big changes is I'll be moving away, hopefully.
Yeah, Hannah got accepted into a school in New York.
Don't tell nobody yet.
Sorry. Okay. Should I edit that out?
tell anyone yet. But
congratulations.
Yeah, when you edit this out, congratulations.
Congrats. That's amazing.
Thank you. But yeah, so like either there. Yes, you can come with me. Angela, come with me.
I love that.
Jose, you have to come.
Holding down the podcast, y'all.
I know Jose will be here. Welcome to Girl What You Think. I'm Jose.
But I just don't want to. I don't want to start something with somebody here because, like, also where I live is like too many white people, and they're like the bad white people, you know.
Bass Pro folks.
Yeah.
Bass Pro. Well, that's
So,
a valid reason, honestly.
Yeah, definitely.
We're also very young. We're like
Yeah.
at such a things
True.
can change any second of our lives. So
Yeah. You can develop a gluten allergy at any moment. And it's really scary.
Anytime in your 20s.
it is
The
scary.
roaring
It is.
20s, honey.
We have IBS. I really have IBS right now.
He does. Tickle.
Yeah, I think you guys will. I think at your own time, it'll just like fall into it. Because that's what happened with me and Jose. Like, we weren't looking for it at all.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of just happened. So maybe you guys not looking for it now, you'll find it by accident, you know?
Trip and fall on some dick.
Yeah.
And then
Maybe.
See, but that's not the hard part. The hard part is like having a consistent partner who respects you. You can find dick at the corner store, you know?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
to find that real love, really, I mean, nowadays you can make a Tinder. If you, it's more than that. I want more than that right now. Not that we're saying that I
want connections.
But
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
straight
not, like,
men are a different breed. They're like, I feel like straight
men.
men don't know how to. No shade to the straight men.
No shade, but straight men are fucking awful.
No,
Yeah.
it's difficult.
Well,
I think. I got nervous for a second.
I know.
You guys
Actually,
beautiful.
straight men are really nice, and I think if you want to employ me, I think that's a great idea. I think it's hard to handle a 21st century woman or person.
And putting your eyes in the perspective of a woman, like as a straight man, I feel like they don't really know.
Perspective. Put your eyes on the perspective.
I don't know. I feel like they just don't understand, or they lack the empathy to understand something from another lens. You know what I mean? But that's also another story, talking about men and stuff.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll have you on again sometime. I definitely think we will, where we just talk about dating men and what your experience is and what our experience is.
Yeah, that'd be
fun. Yeah. There's a lot of closeted men who are in this world.
That there are.
And that mingle within
Get
the
out.
communities. Three guys walk out. Get out of here.
But no, I agree.
I think there's going to be big things in your future. I'm excited for you too.
Thank you. Likewise.
I hope you have a life of love.
Big things.
Of course. Thank you for having us on. You definitely have fulfilled.
What?
Dude, he did. He said big things.
Oh. I thought you said.
Do you know what that means?
I thought. Me. Virgins, right, guys? No, I thought Jose said, and those big three things. And I was like, you'll see me in the podcast. I said, I didn't know what you meant.
Well, thank you for inviting me. Honestly, this is such a joy.
I was trying to say thank you like 4 times.
Thank you,
And
thank you. And to the Academy.
I'm gonna see my name
No.
in lights. You're gonna see your name in lights today, right here.
I hope so. Can I have that? Can you say that to me?
No, you can't have that.
As compensation?
I know. Can I have that? Your necklace? That's cute. Can I have that? I was drinking out of a baker's cup last podcast too.
Is it the same baker's cup?
No, it's a new baker's cup.
We love bakers, baby.
How you got your unsweetened iced tea?
Papa.
I do have unsweetened iced tea. Isaiah knows me.
In high school, she used to put chia seeds in her huge unsweetened iced tea thing. And she would just have them.
Angela, was it you that taught me to make milk tea? You have to put vanilla ice cream in a McDonald's iced tea?
Probably. When I was in high school, when I was in college, my freshman year, I'd commute. There's a Circle K on our campus, kind of. And I would get a Polar Pop and I'd fill it with their iced coffee and just drink it. And I had to go to the doctors because I was feeling so bad. And I was like,
Really?
I feel really bad. Also, I had to get tested I also got like STD tested and everything to clear my name, just because it's healthy to check up. I'm all about women's hygiene.
Yeah.
So they took my blood.
Yeah.
She said, not only are you clean, but you are anemic. And I was like, as I was drinking my huge ass coffee and I was freezing and shaking and I had terrible acne. I was like, oh. And I was like, so if I fill this with iced coffee, this huge ass drink, this is bad? She's like, yes, honey, that's bad.
Are you anemic now or are you healed?
I'm still anemic. I get very cold. I bleed a lot. I have low iron.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what it
I'll
means.
send you a gift card.
I'll send you some spinach, babe.
Do you take iron supplements? I don't know.
I
I'm just talking
should.
about your health.
I should.
This is a different podcast.
I know.
Podcast.
I
Say what, gluten?
I know.
Yeah. I miss you guys so much.
Miss you guys
Miss
more.
you. I wish we could all join together in
know.
person.
Talk
but, you
in
know,
person.
I know.
We will one day.
eventually.
In New York,
Yes.
we'll all meet and we will talk. That's kind of been our saying that we've said in the past few podcasts with people. We'll see you in New York. 30 years from now, we're in
That'd be
fucking
fun.
Ontario with beer bellies.
Kentucky.
Beer
Did
bellies.
you ever get to New
Yes.
York? No. Me either.
Huh?
Huh?
Okay, everyone, we love you so much. Any final comments from?
Don't
Thank
forget
you.
to tip your waitress.
Yes. Be safe. Wear your mask. Happy Valentine's Day. If we're
happy
around that
Valentine's
time.
Day. Or the week after.
But yeah, thank you for
Yeah.
having us. It was really fun
Yeah.
opening the story of our
loved
life.
it. I cried laughing.
We love talking about ourselves.
Yeah.
Please invite us more often.
I've heard myself before.
Yeah, we like talking about ourselves too. So much so.
And that's why you guys are perfect girlfriends.
We are girlfriends, but we just don't have sex with each other. Right, Hannah?
Right?
Tell it so
Yeah.
my mom doesn't hear. Just kidding. I'm a virgin.
And see.
And scene. Da-na-na-na-na. All that jazz. I'm caffeinated up,
Wow.
baby.
Good.
Caffeinated up,
Good.
down, and around. We love you guys. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. You're making us stronger. We'll be sure to send you your $30,000
You're making
Starbucks
us
gift
stronger.
card.
I love that.
Thank you.
All right. You are a star. You are a star. I love you.
We love you guys more. Happy
Wait.
Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's
guys.
Day. We'll talk to you soon.
Oh, that's so smart. I've never thought of that way. I'm always like this and it doesn't
Cute,
turn out
right?
cute.
Oh yeah.
That's
You
so
should be a
much better.
puppeteer.
I love that.
Puppeteer.
Stream Blackpink.
All right.
But yeah.
Follow us and subscribe. Love you. Girl, what you think?